Howdy everybody, DrankisDank here with another Minecraft video, and today will be a special video. We're going to be looking into some slime science, but not regular old slime chunk science. Today we're actually going to be looking at the properties of the swampland biomes and how they're, in the 1.4 release of Minecraft, in the update notes it said that slimes can now spawn in swampland biomes at night. And we're going to look a little bit into that and see what exactly that means. So, here we are in a regular world, regularly generated, nothing special about it, and we're in a swamp, and we are around the y equals 64 area. Technically we're at y equals 63, but close enough. Sea level, you get the point. We are in a swampland biome, as you can tell A, by the swampland trees and the fact that slimes can spawn here at night, but also because we got B, swampland right there. So that tells us the biome that we're in. And what are the requirements for slime to spawn? That is what we're going to look into today. Right now, we know that slimes have to be on at least the difficulty of easy to spawn in. Used to be a myth that they could spawn on peaceful. That is not true. So just clarifying that. Let's flip this to peaceful, and no more slime. All right. So obviously, if I flip this lever to hard, and it's daytime, nice and bright, we don't see any slime spawning in the swamp. But let's go ahead and turn it to night, and let's wait a little bit. See, we got a slime right over there. So, we've got slime spawning in this swamp biome at night, not spawning outside of the biome, just in the swamplands. And like I said, we're going to be looking into the properties behind that spawning. So, first question I asked myself when I learned about these new slime spawning properties was, what about the swamp makes them spawn? Is it something special? Is it not just a check to see the biome code that they're in? Is it maybe they have to be near a water or a tree or mushrooms? And that was something that I thought about. Maybe if I was coding it and I was like, you know what, I want slimes to be special, not like any other mob, I'd make it so it's like maybe they come out of the swamp water, and that would be how they spawn. But I'll show you what I did to test that, and let's go see the results. Alright, here we are in a special world that I use the flatland generator, using the little slice of code that or not code, but a slice of numbers and letters that you can put in there to make a specific type of flatland world. And here we are in a spawnable area is y equals 64. We are in a swampland biome. And what is special about this world is that there's no trees, no water, no mushrooms. All it is the grass. So let's see if we can get some slimes to spawn here. And if they don't, we know that they require one of those things to spawn. So we're going to flip it to night, and we're going to flip it to hard. And let's fly around. Oh, there we go. Got some slimes. Got some slimes. Very quickly we get some slime spawning. So let's head back over here. Flip to peaceful. Go to day. And our conclusion is that slimes do not require swampy things to spawn. So all it is, the biome check, well, maybe not all, but the biome check is looking like a good option. So it just checks to see if it's at a swampland biome before it tries to spawn that slime. So, here's something else though. We left the grass here. Let's make sure that it's not just the grass. Alright, here we are in another custom-made flatland map where all of the ground is stone. We're still at y of 64, and our biome is still a swampland, but we no longer have any grass on the ground. It's only stone. So let's see if we can get some slime spawns here. I'm going to flip it to night. I'm going to flip it to hard. And boom, we get some slimes pretty quickly there. So, our conclusion is that slimes do not require grass to spawn, and that's a big yay, because now we know if we want to use this whole property of Swamplands to create a mob trap for slime, we don't have to go in laying it out with grass, because that'd be a waste of silk touch, or just, you know, a pain in the butt to get grass to spread all that way. So, let's ask ourselves the next question. We've got this whole in the update notes, the word for word, not perfectly, but the word that they use is they'll spawn in swamp biomes at night. And that got me thinking, is it actually a check of the time of day? Does it actually go through and say, does, you know, is the time of day in between 13,000 and 24,000, does it actually check to see if it's night, or is it just checking for, is it just checking for darkness? And that is what we'll check out in the next world. Alright, here we are in the next custom flatland map, and it's pretty dark in here, so I'm just going to go ahead and drink this night vision potion. There we go. Alright, so you'll see that right now we're still at y equals 64 and we're still in a swampland biome, but I went ahead and I said that, I covered all of this with half slabs above here, so that actually nothing can spawn up here because these are all right side up half slabs. And I covered the whole world with those half slabs. So now we have forced darkness on the spawning area. And so what will happen is if I leave it as day, see, it'll turn to night, now it's day. If I leave it as day and I flip the switch and no slimes spawn, that'll tell us that slimes require true night and not just, darkness to spawn. So let's go ahead and hit the hard lever. And we have a slime spawn, quite a few of them. So, our conclusion is that slime spawning only needs darkness and not true night. So, that is good. Let's go ahead and head on to the next world where we will answer our next question. Alright, here we are in our next pre-made special flatland world. And this time, we've got our spawnable area is actually y equals 20. We're still in a swampland. And the question that we're asking now is, are slime chunks still applicable in swamplands? So, the way a slime chunk works is that one of 10 chunks, roughly, it's a rough estimate, but out of 10 chunks, about 1 in every 10 chunks gets selected to be a slime chunk, which means slimes can then spawn in that chunk regardless of light levels, as long as the y-coordinate is below 40. So we're at y equals 20 right now, and what we're going to test is I'm going to leave it on day so it's plenty light outside. I'm going to flip it to hard. Now, if when I flip that lever to hard, we see slime starting to spawn, that means that slime chunks are still applicable, because the slimes in a swampland had to have darkness to spawn, but slimes in slime chunks do not require darkness. So let's go ahead and flip it, and we've got a slime over there, slimes over there. So our conclusion is that yes, slime chunks do apply in swampland biomes. So if there is a slime chunk in a swampland, you'll still have slimes below 40 spawning at whatever light level at whatever light level there may be. So let's flip it to peaceful. But now we have a question. If you're in a swampland and you're also in a slime chunk, does that mean that if I turn this light off, does that mean that slimes will spawn everywhere? Or is there a Y value range? So, like, is there a range of altitude in which slimes can spawn in a swampland? And that's something that we're going to look at next. Alright guys, here we are in another custom-made flatland map. And here we are at the Y coordinate of 41. We are in a swampland. And the question that we're asking here, is there a Y minimum for slime spawns in swamplands? So, we've got a Y coordinate of 41. Now, why 41? Y as in W-H-Y 41. And the reason that we're using the Y coordinate of 41 is so that if I leave it as day and I flip this to hard, no matter if there's slime chunks, we won't see any slime spawning because it is greater than the Y coordinate of 40. So this is a great way to test. If we turn it to night, so we have darkness over the land, and we hit it on hard, let's see if we can get any slimes to spawn at 41. So we're in a swampland. Don't have any yet. Let's reset the spawn area here. So we're going to go to peaceful, get rid of all the bad mobs, spawn them back in again. So this, no, that's creeper behind the Enderman. Gold-plated skeleton. No slimes. Let's just try one more for good measure. Go to peaceful. Go to hard. Alright. And I'll tell you what, I could sit here and flip this lever all day from peaceful to hard, and I would never get a single slime spawn in this world at Y coordinate of 41. And that is because, yes, there is a Y coordinate. So yes, there is a Y minimum for slime spawning in swamplands. So what is that minimum value, and what, if any, is there a maximum Y value for slime spawning? Alright, here we are in our next custom-made flatland map, and we've got spawnable areas of Y equals 50 and Y equals 70. Right now we're at 70, but I'll show you where the 50 is in a second. And we're in a biome, a swampland biome, and the question that we're asking again is what Y values are necessary for slime spawning. Let's go ahead and check out the lower area here. Here you can see that we're at Y equals 50, and I'll go ahead and drink a night vision potion so that you guys can see down here. Alright, so we've got Y equals 50 and Y equals 70. It took me a while to find those numbers, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to flick it to night so both layers are in darkness. Hit it on hard. Let's fly around. Creepers, spiders, skeletons. Let's look underneath. Spiders, zombies, skeleton spiders. Nothing yet. If I can fly out of here. Alright. So let's try resetting it. Go into peaceful. Go into hard. Enderman, spider. No slimes. Nothing. Let's go down here. Alright, no slimes. And as I said last time, you could sit here all day flicking that lever on and off, and you would never, ever, ever get a slime to spawn at Y equals 50 or Y equals 70. Now, so let's take a look at just inside that range at 51 and 69. Alright, here we are in another custom-made flatland map where the spawnable areas are 51 and 69 Y coordinate. We are in a swampland biome, and again, we're still trying to figure out what Y values are necessary for slime spawning. So, right here we're at 69, down in our hole here, we are at 51, and let's go ahead and turn it on night so we have darkness on both layers. Flip the switch to hard, and we got slimes over there, so there we go. We got proof that they can spawn at Y equals 69 in swampland biomes at night or in darkness. Let's look underneath. Boom. We got slimes over there. So, there you have it. Proof that the slimes in swampland biomes in darkness can spawn at y equals 51 and 69. So, let's take a look at maybe how the code may look for, checking the altitude for slime spawning. So, this is a highly simplified version, but up here you have a bunch of other checks to see if if they're in a biome, a swampland biome, and all of that stuff. And when it's checking altitude, it may look something like this. If the y coordinate is greater than 50, and so it means both of these have to be true, and the y coordinate is less than 70. Now when it says greater than and less than, that can't include the number itself. So the resulting, so the result is that the spawnable blocks, or the spawnable y values for slimes, are 51 to 69. No 50, no 70, only in that range. Anywhere in between is fine, and that is the y coordinate range for slimes to spawn. Whoops. For slimes to spawn in swampland biomes. Alright, here we are back in our first normal world, and we're going to check out what conclusion we've come to. Now, one thing that we've learned is that for slimes to spawn in a swampland, they don't need anything special like water or trees or sand or mushrooms. All they need is the biome itself. Another thing that we've learned is that they can spawn on any material in a swampland biome, including stone or any spawnable block. Another thing that we have learned is that for slimes to spawn in a swampland biome, it's nothing about the actual time of day, as it is just the light levels on the blocks where they can spawn. And also, the most important things, in my opinion, that we have learned today is that first of all, there's a y-coordinate range that the spawnable area must be in for slimes to spawn in that area, which is from 51 to 69. Nothing more than 69, nothing less than 51, and if it's dark enough, and if you're in a swampland biome, then slimes can spawn. And then also, a very curious little trivia is that the slime chunks of slime spawning in at any light level, as long as the y coordinate is less than 40 and the chunk is designated as a slime chunk, then slimes can still spawn in there, and it has nothing to do with whether it's in a swampland or not. So slime chunks are still applicable even if you're in a swampland biome. So that is our conclusion. So here is my slime spawning calculation machine. On this wall over here you have your y value variability from 0 to 40 y value, from 41 to 50 y value, from 51 to 69 y value, and from 70 all the way to 256. And you can select your y values here, depending on which one you want. And then on this wall we have some other variables, like whether the block type they're on is spawnable or unspawnable. Unspawnable block types being some of these, and spawnable being these up here. Not limited to, but of course these are some examples. The light level from 1 to 7, or darkness, and then from 8 to 15, which is too light for a monster to spawn generally. And then you've got your biome here, not swampland or swampland if we switch that lever. Then we've also got not slime chunk and slime chunk. And you see if we select a combination of these that is conducive to slime spawning. So we've got a y value of 0 to 40. Let's go ahead and make it bright, and let's put them in a slime chunk. And here you go. We got the lights come on, and we've got green showing, which means yes, these guys can spawn there. Let's go ahead and point out the fact that the light value actually doesn't matter when you're in 0 to 40 in a slime chunk. But let's go ahead and keep it light. Let's take them out of a slime chunk so that goes away. Let's say we're in a swampland. And let's put the Y values from 51 to 69. See, nothing comes on because we've got a light level too high for them to spawn. Let's go ahead and turn it to nighttime. And we've got the slime spawning indicator comes on, and slimes can spawn in. I'm going to go ahead and put this world download in the description of the video. So if you want to come in and play around with this here slime spawning calculation machine, please feel free to download the map and take a look. All of these options do work, and it will give you the corresponding answer to whatever you're doing. And thank you guys for watching. If you want to check out my Minecraft Let's Play, DrankisDank's Minecraft Wonderland, go ahead and select that link in the top right there. And if you want to check out some other gameplay from Chivalry, you can click the link on the left. If you liked this video, please leave a like or a comment, and if you didn't like it, please give me some constructive criticism, or give me a thumbs down, because that's what that's there for. Thank you for watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe. I would definitely enjoy the support. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for stopping by. Go get yourself an ice cream sandwich and treat yourself. Goodbye.